When it comes to the bar layout with the 3-touch keyboard SKN, Qinglong is an unmissable product. Qinglong IP series sold over 500,000 units worldwide. It is also a regular on the JD.com and Taobao listings. Today, the Qinglong 4.0 Ultra has been upgraded to dual 8K with a battery of 8,000 mAh. 2 new 4G themed color options have been added for battery life. Today, Xiaohai will introduce the color options featured in the video. Let's take a look at the performance of eBabang's classic product after its upgrade. How to quickly pass through packaging accessories and keyboards with a dust cover provided by the service. Accessories include a C2A adapter that runs the screen. The keyboard comes with a set of MDA-level PPT two-tone accommodation keycaps. The feel and texture are very good. It is worth mentioning that this is now almost extinct, but it's just in the shortcut keys. There are additional feature indicator tips. It's really rare now. The keyboard stands about 21 centimeters tall and weighs around 1188 grams. Here are the gradient data for the 3 different legs. The keyboard is a non-compact bar, arranged in a downward direction. The overall direction is still relatively rounded. There are 3 indicator lights near the key. The corresponding connection mode is the one that matches it. Case and charge status. Yes, there's a knob in the upper corner which feels pretty good. The verbal feel is clear and very solid. Highly recommended. The side design is easy to access and also looks quite attractive. The 2.4G receiver card is also marked with the SKN logo at the top bottom of the keyboard. For someone like me, a bunch of receivers is basically a floating sound battery. The switch and interface are centered with push-button switches. Then use the shortcut keys to switch modes. The bottom is quite standard. There was nowhere to do it. Xiaotai also has 2 2-point perspectives. Taidao is manufactured by Huanhua, and the trigger force for the axle is about 37 G. Double slip is no problem. The 3.6mm travel also balances gaming and office work. The sound is quite pleasant. The effect of the Freedom DAO Light Pillar Cloud Light is pretty good. Let's listen to the keyboard's subtitle performance together. The keyboard is secured with screws, so it's relatively easy to install and disassemble. After removing the keycaps, the Chinese-style F24 positioning edition really stands out. The texture is pretty much the same as before. There's no one else in this area. The attention to detail is very thoughtful. Located below the shaft seat. Taking the tip from the boundaries tail, it's pretty friendly for beginners. Change your hat. No need to look for images to correspond to the positioning board and PCB. Both are non-slotted forms. This is actually quite rare. Currently, most products on the market are inside the slot to achieve a soft, bouncy feel. During those 2 days, the channel developed their own ASL Sandwich Cotton ISP shaft underpad pet raw oil pad. This sandwich cotton is a bit stiffer than regular porn material. The rebound is stronger. Is the bottom without a base pad? No shaft base cotton or base cotton. The cloud light module with indicator lights on the back of the top cover. You can also see a tampon gasket structure with a tampon clip with upper and lower lids that bounces inside and out. The detachable knob is individually fixed to the top cover, and although the cotton sliver is relatively soft, but it was very powerful. So the feel of this keyboard is quite unique. No slotted inner gear. You say it's hard, right? But the whole hand feels soft and springy at the bottom line. You say it's soft, right? And it's definitely not a single key type. The grooved inner gear feels like a partial downline. However, the final effect was still very good, while maintaining a sense of recognition, nor will you have any direct touch. The latency test performance is indeed possible in dual 8K mode. Both wired and 2.4K latency are extremely low. This time it's also a WebDriver which deserves praise. All the necessary functions are also illuminated. There are several other modes here. The playability is still quite good. For example, here you can set 2 different lighting effects. You can also set the color of each button individually. Enhanced key functions are provided. It can actually be understood as the magnetic keyboard. It seems. Nowadays, mechanical keyboards are also expanding their functionality. This is the key change sequence, time adjustments, and so on. The common features are generally very useful. So I'll use SKN's Qinglong 4.0 Ultra. There are quite noticeable hardware improvements. First of all, it's still very classic. This mold set, the typing sound leans more toward mahjong sounds, but it still differs somewhat from the mainstream muffled and numb sound. It will sound crisper and crisper. Then there's the battery range, which has increased from 4,000 mAh to 8,000 mAh, combined with ZMK's low-power algorithm. Nearly 1800 hours of battery life in Bluetooth mode is really impressive. And the software improvements are definitely the first and foremost feature of latency. Now, 2.4G mode can handle high-intensity FPS games. This upgraded new Chapter 4.0 Ultra, which has been upgraded inside and out, is definitely worth recommending. The 98 layout needs no further explanation for its office features. After enhancing extended battery life, the gaming aspect is also impressive. It truly achieves top-tier gaming and office work. If you need a keyboard with a Pushburn 98 layout, it is indeed a product worth considering. That's all for this video. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video.